everybody. I just want to give you some great fun tips on how to get around Truckee and Lake Tahoe. And I will tell you one of my favorite things to do is to be on a bike. But you know, where I live, I have to get my body all the way up to the top of this gigantic hill, which is in my mind gigantic. And it wasn't until the thought of e-biking came along that I realized how much I love to bike. I love to bike at Tahoe. It's so fun. You can like zoom on into town. You can totally grab something to eat. We bring like Maya and she gets her ice cream after dinner, and then we like cruise back. We're right here next to the Legacy Trail. This bike Truckee is the most awesome location. You honestly hop on your bike, which is some here we'll show you, and then you're straight to the Legacy Trail. You can be right into town. You can go mountain biking. And this is Rachel. She is one of the owners, and she'll tell you some great places to go. But I just want to let you know, this is why you come to Tahoe and live in Tahoe. Don't you think, Rachel?
I do. I think that this mountainous community these e-bikes serve it well. You know, you can go anywhere. You can go jump in the lake at Donner Lake, and then head back to Truckee Thursdays and avoid all the traffic and just zip around on an e-bike. We have them for sale if you want to bring one home and keep it in your garage, you know, just so that it's there, or we have them for rent. And biking around the Truckee area is fabulous. We have great trails. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's easy for family. Like even like my mom like popped on one of your bikes and she was like, "Oh, I can totally do this." I'm like, "You can totally do this."
Yeah.
Like kids, mom, dad, everyone can really kind of get out and like have fun, and it's just like the easiest way to get around.
It makes biking really accessible to everybody, to mom, dad, grandma. You know, everybody loves it. It's just a really fun way to get around and avoid parking and traffic and gas prices and all of it. It's like fabulous.
I didn't even think about that. Every time I'm like ringing my bell, I'm gonna be like, "That's $7 extra in my pocket."
Seriously, yeah.
So I have to say that I was like totally drawn to this bike right here.
Isn't it so stylish? I know. I love this bike.
I feel like I want to just like pat it.
It's called the Bulls Sturmvogel, and it's got all the bells and whistles, and it has an amazing motor, a really powerful Broza motor that has 725 watt-hour battery. Like it'll just get you around town for days. With the fenders and comes with a rack, and we have it on sale for summertime sale. Awesome. And it's a
you put your
fabulous
little,
ride.
Vegetables in here.
Yeah, and you can put a rack on the back, and
I love it.
Yeah.
And then what's over here?
So these are our electric mountain bikes, and also full suspension non-electric mountain bikes. We like to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we like all kinds of bikes.
For people who
here.
like to sweat like Craig.
Yeah. Craig loves to bike.
Craig loves to bike.
He is a biking fiend.
Yeah.
And then we have the full suspension beasts. These things go anywhere. They'll just like climb any mountain. And a lot of the trails are open to them. Almost all the trails in the area are open to them. There's just some private land, that is restricted. But other than that, all the trails in Tahoe, you can ride these. So.
Well, that's what happens. Like Craig's friends like come up, and I mean we're at altitude, so we know that makes it so much harder to do something you're used to doing someplace where you're at lower altitude. So like all Craig's friends just come in and then ride the e-bike. So when they really need it to get to the top of wherever, it's accessible.
Yeah.
You get to like really figure out all the beautiful areas here where you would be able to access so easily.
Yeah. It really lets you go further and higher.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do you have in your shop you want to show us?
So we have a full selection of, bikes that can get you around town. We have the SUV of bikes, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
This bike is made to do everything. It can go on dirt, it can go on the path. It comes with the light and the fenders and the rack. But it also has wide tires, so you can mountain bike on it. They call it the SUV of bikes, and really it is a go anywhere kind of machine. So it's pretty awesome with a Bosch motor, performance motor, and it's a class 3 bike. So if you're commuting to work or whatever, it'll carry you beyond 20 miles an hour up to 28. So we have a whole fleet of non-electric bikes for sale.
Yeah, whatever size you are, it seems like you have at least something that you can all try out and have fun with.
Yeah, tires. We've got all at shorts. We have all your biking accoutrements and accessories, and a lot of bikes to choose from, whatever style of riding you want to do.
So tell me, as we wrap this up, what is your favorite trail to ride on?
My favorite trail is probably, Sawtooth Trail and the whole area that they just have been building with Happy Face and the Jump Trail, and that whole zone is really just a favorite. It's like old home to me. Been in the area for 30 years, and that's where I lived my first time moving here, and so that whole Sawtooth 06 road out in the Ponderosa
It's like the heart
Palisades.
space.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
totally.
Awesome. Well, that's what I love here too. Obviously, local, you own the shop, you've been here, you know exactly what you're talking about, and to be able to tell people where to go that really suits like them and their needs, and not throwing themselves off a cliff, but if they want to, we know where to send you. You know, so it's super lovely. Thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
always so good to see you,
yeah,
Kylie.
absolutely. All right.